One of the things that you are most famous for is your debates with atheists. And these aren't just atheists off the street, these are philosophers.
Yes.
Who are supposedly familiar with the literature and your work.
In fact, I routinely turn down debates with atheists who are popularizers, who want to have the spotlight and achieve a reputation for their opposition to Christianity, but frankly, who haven't done the hard work of getting a degree and doing serious scholarship. I don't give these people a platform. The people that I debate are the top academic scholars at secular universities who are atheists and agnostics.
And is the reason that you do this because you don't want to give, basically you don't want to, you said something that was interesting, that these people, some of them just want to forward their own, I don't know, I want to call it a ministry. They want to evangelize for atheism, and maybe the reason that you don't do this is because you don't want to give them a platform.
That's part of it. Some of these people are very eager to have the spotlight and be the big man, the big anti-Christian figure. They want to be Richard Dawkins or Christopher Hitchens or someone like that. And I say, you've got to earn that kind of stature, and I'm not going to just give it to them. On the other hand, I have to say also very candidly that in the few cases in which I have acquiesced and debated such a person because there was no one else available, I've usually regretted it because the level of the conversation is so low that it's just awful. It's debating people who don't even understand the issues, much less are capable of giving good arguments in favor of their view or good objections to mine. And so they have generally been very unprofitable.
There's a few people that come to mind that, as you were talking, people that you've debated that come to mind. But going back to my point earlier was that you've debated these people, and in most cases, the vast majority of cases, people think that you've won these debates. Mm-hmm. And the question that I have for you is, what does your preparation look like? I know that you do a very intensive study on their arguments and their beliefs and their background, but what does your preparation for the actual debate look like?
I do is I first of all read the work of my opponent. I read what he has written on these subjects, and then having done that, I prepare responses to the objections that he raises in his published work and will most likely raise in the debate. And I craft these responses so that they are very brief, very pithy, and can be quickly delivered, because in a debate situation, time is so precious that you're battling the clock all the time.
Do you memorize these responses? Do you memorize them, or is it?
I typically don't memorize them. I prepare what are called briefs, like a legal brief, and then I file these briefs. And when the opponent gets up and he raises, say, the problem of evil, I just reach into my notebook and pull out that brief, and then I'm ready to speak from it. And so the briefs serve as notes for speaking. And so in my rebuttal speech, I will simply go through a series of these briefs responding to his objections or his arguments for his point of view. I'll prepare both briefs, which are responses to his arguments for his view, and then briefs in answer to his anticipated objections to my view.
Is this what you would recommend to apologists who are getting into debating atheists? Is this the same kind of method you would suggest they use?
Yes, absolutely. For anyone who wants to have this kind of ministry, preparation is going to be critical. And then what they need to do as well is they need to get some experience. They need to take a course on debating techniques, and then they need to do mock debates before they ever go into a public debate. Otherwise, they risk losing and dishonoring the gospel. So it's very important to have mock debates and practice these debating skills before you ever go onto a public platform.